Alright, time for another annual update. So at the start of every single year, I always like to do an update to just talk about some of the stuff I'll be doing this year, talk about some vague plans just because why not? So that's what I'll be doing today. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. First up, Beyblade. As far as Beyblade goes, it'll probably be fairly similar to 2025, I think. Unboxings, pretty similar. I'll try to get mainline stuff as soon as possible. Hasbro exclusives or unique motifs that are offered through some kind of special release method. They might take a little bit longer, but I'll still get them. Any non-Beyblade XPs, I don't know if I'll get any, but if I do, those just happen when they happen. And as far as any Beyblade X recolors that are just special recolors that aren't mainline or unique in any way, again, I'll just get them if I get them, although there's probably going to be less of these. I mean, I still hope to just get some recolors or older gen stuff, but unfortunately, I typically order from Japan for these things because it is far cheaper to buy from out there than here. But due to the absolutely ridiculous tariff situation in the US right now, which is where I live, ordering from Japan has become far more expensive, and while I'll still do Japan orders every now and again, it's not something I could do too often just because I do not want to be paying a ton of extra money for these things. Listen, I had a Japan order back in late November, and between shipping and taxes, it was $100 extra. I don't care if I can afford it or not, I'm just not paying that. So unless things change, which I think there's a decent chance that something will happen with that, but until that happens, yeah, Japan stuff is going to be a bit less often, which means less recolors or older gen stuff, and also some of those like weirder releases like Core mail order base, for example, will probably take me a bit longer to get because if I'm going to buy from there, it's probably just going to be a bigger order to save some money, and even then I'm not going to do a whole lot of those. Moving on from unboxings, we also have kind of the news discussions. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of these at this point, but I'm going to keep doing them for this year, I think. We'll see how it goes. I probably won't keep these around in an assumed Gen 5 though, but for now, I'll be keeping them. As far as regular Beyblade discussions go, I'll probably do them in a similar manner. We'll have X ones every now and again, just whenever a topic is interesting that comes up, I'll do one. Have a couple planned already for 2026. And then as far as Metal Fight and Burst go, I don't know if I'll have as many of these older gen discussions this year or not, but if I think of some, I'll do them because I just like being able to talk about older gen stuff. Because I feel like with Burst especially, it's just a lot more interesting than X. Each page just has a lot more going on, so I have a lot more to discuss, which is why I like doing kind of those Burst discussions so much. Again, I have a couple planned already, but I don't know how many there will be. Oh, and also I'll be doing a 2025 Beyblade X ranking video hopefully this month, if not February for sure, but I guess that's something else. So yeah, Beyblade's pretty similar honestly. Discussions, I don't know what form they'll take, but hopefully they're around the same or better. And unboxings are fairly similar aside from just having a bit more trouble getting some stuff because, well, unfortunately, things here are just not great right now. So moving on from Beyblade, we have Bakugan. So Bakugan had a very weird 2025. So initially, I planned on doing monthly videos until July of 2025 because that was the big 10-year anniversary for me. After that, I was actually going to be kind of done, but I got the idea for Bakugan Bakugan Retrospect, so I opted to shift to that. Also, I had some other videos that went out in those later months that I actually conceptualized at the end of 2024, so there's those as well. But for 2026, there will still be a lot of Bakugan stuff. As far as non-Bakugan stuff goes, I do have one possible Gen 1 video I'll do. I don't know if that'll happen or not though. And then a cross-gen video if I get that thing. And then maybe like one other video, but not a whole lot. And I'm not doing any like dedicated Gen 2 or 3 stuff. I guess if we get a Gen 4, I'll talk about that as well, but I'm not sure that'll happen. And also, even if it does, I feel like I probably won't actively cover it because I just don't think Spin Master's ever going to make Bakugan actually good again, but we'll see. So Bakugan is going to be the main thing, and aside from Retrospect, I will try to fit in a couple extra discussions. I have some ideas, but I'll probably space them out a bit, but hopefully still get a few this year, and then Bakugan Retrospect is going to be my main focus for Bakugan this year. There's a lot of episodes I have to do, so minimum of one a month, but I think I can probably do 2 a month, maybe both months where there's a couple more, but I don't want to do too many per month. I am hoping to do 2 a month when possible, which I think hopefully would be every month, but we'll see. So yeah, Bakugan will just be a lot of that, which these videos don't actually perform all that well. Thing is, first up, I don't care. Second, a lot of my Bakugan videos actually perform horribly, and then I'll check back in like 2 years and they're actually pretty good, so Might just be a case of that tends to be pretty common with those, so we'll see. But as of now, I'm uploading them anyway, and I will finish this regardless. Next is Bottleman. Bottleman is in a very weird spot, because I actually talk about Bottleman a lot, but I kind of used up a lot of my good topics as Bottleman was going on, or right after I finished, so now videos on it are a bit challenging. I haven't really thought of anything else that I want to do yet, so it's kind of in limbo. There is one big Bottleman video that I want to do. That should be this year. But beyond that, I'm not sure. I made 4 videos in 2025, which is not a lot. And to be honest, I didn't particularly like any of them. I felt like I was just making them to make Bottleman videos, so this year, aside from that one video, I don't know what we'll see. Hopefully they give us more stuff, hopefully those could be good, because I would really like to get Bottleman going. At least as an occasional thing on my channel again, with, you know, actually good videos. But if I don't have any topics, then I'm not going to force it, so there might just be one Bottleman video this year, but again, hopefully there is more, hopefully I think of more things. Maybe I'll even get some of those older recolors I skipped over. That can make for a fun video, so we'll see how that goes, but as of now, Bottleman is in a very, very weird spot. But again, there should be at least something for it this year. After that, we have anime. Anime was also in a bit of a weird spot in 2025. I'll still have my pickups videos. I guess I could always do like a collection video as well, but we'll see. Unboxings just happen when they happen. I actually am hoping to have one up for January, but I don't know if that'll happen or not, but hopefully. But one of the big things that I was hoping to do more of last year were anime discussions, and I really only had like 2 of them. One was actually kind of a physical discussion of my Monogatari collection. That was kind of interesting, and also I had another Monogatari video that was kind of a follow-up to some of the previous ones from 2024. And yeah, I really was hoping to have more anime discussions. That just didn't happen, so like Bottleman, I was kind of disappointed in how I handled anime last year, so I want to do better this year. Now, I'm not going to do anime discussions a lot. I'm not going to set a target either, because I don't want to feel like I have to get to a certain amount, but I do want to do more. Also, stuff that's not just Monogatari. I think one of the big problems kind of stopping me is that I'm like, well, these videos feel a little bit awkward when I don't use like a ton of visuals, because I don't want to put video into the visuals, simply because you get copyright strikes for like literally anything ever, so I just don't want to even bother with that. So when I make these videos, it will be through images. Yes, that's a little bit awkward. Yes, it's not ideal, but I'd rather do that and actually make some decent videos that are at least interesting narratively than just not make anything at all. So hopefully I get a few of those going this year. There are some other series I want to talk about, but again, I don't even want to give any specifics. I just hope to do more, and hopefully that goes well. Because yeah, not doing any the latter half of 2025 honestly was just unfortunate. So hopefully I get more of those going as well. Again, not many, but if they could just happen every now and again, that'd be great. Also, video game videos. These are a weird topic. The prospect of doing anime and video game discussions first came about in my 2024 update, and while I did anime stuff, I didn't do any video game stuff. And I believe in my 2025 update I said I was not going to do video game stuff, and I would just do anime stuff, but I did a couple of video game unboxings in 2025. Don't know if we'll see more of those. Also, as a side note, Amiibo. A little bit different, but related. I don't know if we'll do more of these. I hope to, but they've kind of priced me out of them since they're like 30 bucks now. So if I find some on sale, maybe I'll do more, but until then, don't know. Anyway, video game discussions. I actually did one a couple weeks ago, the Smash one. Like with anime, I hope to do these at least every now and again. I don't know to what scale, and I will still prioritize anime over video games, but there are a few video topics I think would be interesting to talk about, so hopefully I could do those, but again, I don't want to give anything concrete because I don't want to like feel the need that certain things have to go up or that I have to hit a certain quota for the year. I just have ideas, hopefully I can capitalize on those and just get some other videos going. As much like Beyblade and Bakugan, I do want some other variety. And these things are still like related to hobby stuff, I feel, so I don't think they're too out of place. But I just like making whatever I want to make anyway, so if I have a good topic, I'll make a video on it, and hopefully there are at least a couple of these this year. And finally, just kind of my general stuff. Things that affect all videos. So last year was actually kind of huge. That's where we got this table and the light, which, funny story, I had a really bad overheating issue with this light, but it was actually the adapter I was using to plug it into the wall. So a lot of videos from like summer and part of fall 2025, I straight up had to like record in like 7 to 8 minute sections, sit for like 20 minutes, let the light cool, and then start again with another section and then repeat. Yeah, my recording process was absolutely abysmal for a while there. But fortunately I fixed it, so we're doing a lot better now, and video making has been perfectly fine again. That was not a fun era though. I think it probably showed a couple times in the videos that maybe the video itself seemed a little off, that was why. But that's been fixed, and I think beyond that, having a table light has been nice. Also got a little background music going, it's like the same thing every time, maybe I'll try and change it up, but we'll see. I think it just works fine as is. And also, yeah, I actually edit my videos now to at least cut out some of the dead space to keep the videos flowing. I think that's been like the biggest improvement by far, so that's nice. So that's all fine and good, but, well, what about this year? So first up, kind of a different thing, but probably less videos. I say this like every year, but yeah. As the video quality goes up, it'll probably be less videos. Don't get me wrong, I'll still make plenty of videos, but my minimum is like 5 a month, and even then I'll probably get more. I just want to have less months where I'm making 10 videos, because that easily could just burn me out. But if there's a lot of unboxings, then I'll have a lot of videos. If I'm not doing a lot of unboxings and stuff like that where it's just like super easy, then yeah, not as many, but I think the videos I will make will be at least like pretty solid, so that should be fun. But when I say less videos, it'll still be like a fair amount. It's just not going to be, you know, like some previous years where it was like ridiculous amounts of videos. I think last year is a pretty good indicator of this year, maybe slightly less than that, but probably not by too much, so I think that expectation is around what I'm going for. Again, maybe a bit less, but close enough. Also, I want to do a bit better on my thumbnails. I don't want to do like clickbait thumbnails or titles. Titles will be the same. Thumbnails though. Not in the sense of making like clickbait thumbnails or like putting text on the thumbnails or whatever. I just want my thumbnails to be like not terrible. I've gotten better, I think, with framing them to at least show whatever's on the screen properly, so basically just having a better look at whatever I'm doing and not just, you know, something that almost seems like partially in motion or not quite perfectly on screen or something like that. I think I've gotten a lot better with that over the past few months, but I think recently especially has been a lot better, but I just wanted to mention that. Next one's a bit of a stupid one, but basically I want to stop using the words so and but so often. These are very common words, they'll be used plenty, I'm sure. However, I feel like I use them way too often. Like I said, they're common words, they're gonna get used a lot. Sometimes I just like end sentences with them, which is stupid. Like using them normally is fine, but I need to stop doing that and leading into something else. Just end my sentence normally and start a new sentence. There's no reason to be feeling like I'm stringing together like every single sentence of the video. It just doesn't sound very good. So I'm going to try to break the habit of kind of that weird sentence ending, not ending thing. And lastly, something that you might have noticed in this video and also in the Smash video if you watched that, I'm dropping my intro. With the exception of my Bakugan Box Tech retrospect episodes, that will stay for those in particular, just because I want those to be as uniform as possible. Also, it's like the only real personality I get to do for a lot of those videos. I think it's fine there. I'll leave it there, it's just like a classic thing I guess, but beyond that, I'm dropping it from my other videos. It's kind of just dated, I don't really need to say it anymore, it's something that was archaic from like early 2010s. It just existed, and it got to the point to where I have said it so many times that it became pretty much unintelligible, like you don't even know what I'm saying anymore. And the funny thing is, another stupid thing here, it was to the point where I couldn't even pronounce it slower if I tried because my brain was so used to pronouncing it ridiculously fast that it just did not work. And I had to like pause during the intro for a second and splice it together to make it actually even remotely listenable, which is really stupid. But when you say it so many times, it just becomes like second nature. It's like, how do I even say this slower at this point? So that's also why, yeah, I'm just cutting it out. I was already considering it anyway, but I think at this point it just needs to go. Now videos will just start however I want them to start. There's not going to be a specific intro or whatever. They'll just go, and that's going to be that. Anyway, I think that's everything for this video, so a lot of stuff is fairly similar, but there will be some new stuff again, hopefully more anime and video discussions. Bakugan will be heavy on retrospect, Beyblade's pretty similar, Bottleman, hopefully something comes up, but there's at least one big video planned. Anyway, that's all for the update, so thanks for watching, and bye.